The way the scenario works out and we figure it out as far as who's doing it and everything makes sense, then we'll go with that.
So I can learn how to love.
Headed to my hometown, Tampa. We got a show in Tampa, Florida. So I'll be headed there, and so excited, man, because I've always wanted to have a show, or at least a room in Tampa, Florida, which is my home, because I've had so much support in the Tampa Bay area, man, and so I'm very excited that we're able to have an event here in Tampa and to be able to have it consistently. And that's so key when you're doing an event, a comedy show, is to be consistent with it. Because sometimes you know, the first show may not have, you know, the number of people that you wanted to have. And oftentimes, you know, that's what dictates whether or not you have more, is if you have a good turnout. And when that first turnout is not good, you know, it's like, well, let's wait a little while and we'll maybe do another one. And that never materializes, you know. So the fact that we've got a partnership with this venue that is wanting to do it on a consistent basis, that's just great, man. It's just awesome to be able to have that kind of partnership, and gives us room to grow, you know. So I'm just so excited, man. I'm excited to have an event here in Tampa, have an event in Orlando, man, have some future possibilities of other locations, and, you know, it's just going to be exciting, man. So it's just, if you had to do it like this is the perfect way to do it. In your hometown, in the town that you are near in terms of where you live, and then allow those locations to grow, you know, and then possibly as you
in 2 miles, take the exit to merge onto I-275 North toward Ocala.
Okay, thank you. And then as you get bigger and you have a consistent audience, you can take that footage and recording and to pitch to other cities, you know, and then you just grow, man. And that's what I'm praying that this ends up being, and then we can use that momentum to build the tour, and just the sky's the limit, you know. So I'm just excited. I'm not gonna put too much out there for what we're doing. I just want to really focus on these shows and to make them the best that we can do. Look at that skyline of Tampa. Woo! Look at that. That's Tampa, y'all. That's my home. Yeah. Now it ain't no Chicago or New York, but Tampa, Florida is Tampa, Florida. Home of the 813, baby. It's beautiful. So I'm glad to be back home. Earlier today, I got a call from one of the comedians who double booked himself, and so I had to kind of figure some things out, see if we could reshuffle some things, you know. But it appears as though it may work out, so I'm not too worried about it. Never am, even if it didn't work out. We just have to find, you know, someone to replace that date. But nevertheless, you know, I placed a call to another comedian who was a little further out on the dates, and he thinks he can do the new dates, which will push him up earlier. So he's going to text me and let me know if he can do those dates, and then if that's the case, then we'll redo the flyer. Thank the Lord I'm doing the flyers, because if I had to outsource that to you know, somebody else, that would be mind-boggling. It would be killing me, you know. So I'm thinking what we may do is just create a blanket flyer, you know, with just like me on it, and then the dates. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out, because it's not necessarily about me. You know, it's just more about, you know, the comedians that are performing. I'm just hosting, you know, and I've always been kind of a stickler to, you know, these shows being blanketed as, you know, come see Steffon, because it's not really about that, you know. And I know now a lot of cats that kind of do that, and, you know, to each his own. I'm not knocking it. It's just not my thing, you know. It's just, I want them to come see the comedians who are performing versus me, you know, getting up there for, you know, 10 or 15 minutes just, you know, to welcome everybody and do a couple of jokes. So, I don't know yet, but hopefully this is just kind of a, you know, one-off thing, you know, that I'm having with the comedians, and it doesn't happen that often to where I do have to shift the dates. But we'll see. I'm prepared either way. But it should work out, and we can get that confirmed and keep moving forward. But anyway, I'm going to pick up one of my potential team staffers, James, cool guy, man. I knew him growing up in the Tampa area. We all went to the same church, and so really cool guy. And he said that he was on board, you know, with helping. So hope this hat works, because I'm not really a hat cat, but I didn't cut my hair today and I didn't have any other options. So I wanted to rock it and see if it worked. But you know, I left the family, they weren't really feeling it. My son Tyler, he was like 17, he said it was fine. So I don't know. We'll see. I kind of look like, I don't know if it was Denzel or Tom Hanks in that movie Philadelphia. Y'all remember that movie when he was sick? I don't know who was sick. Was it? I don't know if it was Tom Hanks or Denzel, but one of them was sick and he had a hat on. Somebody this. I kind of feel like that, but I could be wrong. Hoping it's not that bad. If not, I'll rip it off and we're just gonna have to deal with it. So just know that that's bothering me in my head, you know, especially when we get to meeting everybody, and you know, that's gonna be, you might just see it off. I might just rip it off and not even be dealing with it. But nevertheless, so we're gonna be picking him up, James, because he's having some car issues. So I'm gonna pick him up, and then we'll be heading over to the venue for Tampa. Arthur, who is, we've worked before together, is a very organized guy, and he does a lot of events for stage plays and acting and things of that nature. And then Bethune Barbecue, we'll be meeting up with him, and then possibly my cousin Nicole, hoping she shows, but if not, I understand. And then James and myself. So those will be all. And then Ernest, he's the person at the venue. He's our partner at the venue. So those will be all the people we are meeting this afternoon. And pray that it goes well. It should. You know, I'm not too worried about it. You know, everybody that is on board is quality. And that's so important when you're putting events together, is that they have to be reliable, they have to be quality. You shouldn't have to tell them but once, and to the point where they understand kind of the bigger picture, and then they can kind of just be off on their own. So I think we have that. We probably need maybe one or two more people. But I'm gonna hopefully pray that just kind of morphs into who those individuals are. So we'll see. But that's it, man. So hopefully this meeting works well. For those of you all who are doing events and you know, things of that nature, you gotta have a team in place. That is so important, to have a team in place that you can trust, and that you only have to tell once and that they get it. You don't want no headaches, man, because you're already having to put an event together. And to have a team, you know, around you that are giving you headaches, that's just not good. That's just adding unnecessary pressure to your situation. All right, so take a few key tidbits from me. Been doing this for a little while, and you don't want to have a headache on your team. All right, told you I had to go pick up my boy James. My boy James Lawson. What's going on?
What up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Yes, I was telling him about, what we're doing, and he so graciously has agreed to help us put this event together over in Tampa. And I was telling y'all the background, we grew up in church.
True.
And, what you got anything to add to that, like the background of where we come from and all that good stuff?
Background, Steffon was a model way back in the days.
Whoa.
I was a ball player. We have transitioned to different forms of entertainment. He's doing comedy. I was a singer. I haven't sang anything in, it's been a while. Been a minute. However, he's trying to bring me back.
Yes.
With a little event planning, give him a hand.
Yeah.
See how things go.
Yeah.
It'll go all right. I'll bust him up if it don't. So it's all right.
He like that, So, I got, I can pay somebody to get him back. So ain't no big deal on that tip. I ain't got to be the one, make my fingers all hurt and stuff. Yeah, man. So we're here at the venue over in Tampa, the 5508 spot. And it's interesting because, it's kind of like you notice, it's kind of like I don't know what you want to call it, but they got all these different businesses, and then this is the main, where the event is going to be at, and basically you come around, this is the courtyard, isn't that nice? Got a little courtyard, and more businesses, and it's called 5508. So this is the courtyard, and it's nice and lit up at night, The parking area is right there. That's where the people will park, and they'll be able to just kind of walk in, and then they will come up here, and this door will be raised, and then they'll walk in, and then it's basically a stage all the way at the other end.
Because if you're not fast,
Oh, I know how I can get issue
with us.
Exactly. Right. When we start doing like this,
Frowning at a comedy show.
So maybe we need to have two options. The first option is them to get their own food. The second option is to...
Well, they get there early. So that's what we're saying, open the doors early.
Right, there's going to be an hour pre-show. Now, I'm not saying do both. I'm just saying have the option so that if the waiter scenario works out and we figure it out as far as who's doing it and everything makes sense, then we'll go with that. But if it's not tight, to the point that we're comfortable with it, then we'll just go with the other
scenario. One, you definitely need to put it on display in terms of get there early because food will be served pre-show and then intermission. These are only times that you'll be able to get up and walk and press if you got to go to the restroom for the restroom.
Right.
I think it should be publicized so that people can be aware of your service.
Okay. All right. So
last thing, you're gonna have complaints regardless.
Right.
So you want to minimize those.
Why ain't they got nothing on the floor?
Yeah, you're gonna have that. I don't care if we don't. If it's perfect.
We're
complaining about the Super Bowl, so you're never gonna please everybody.